Hey, crypto adventurers. It feels like just the other day we were, really digging into Bitcoin, trying to figure out what was going on with all the ups and downs.
It was wild, right?
Yeah, it really was. But I know you guys always love looking ahead, so we're going to do that today and look at something kind of different.
Yeah, we are not going to rehash the same old talking points that everyone else is fixated on.
Yeah, we are going to go a little deeper today.
We are going to look at the forces that are really driving the market.
Stuff that you might not hear about every day. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on these deep dives.
So you know how everyone is always talking about the Fed
Yeah.
and interest rates?
Oh, yeah. Are they going up? Are they going down?
Exactly, and what it all means for crypto.
Right.
But what if I told you there is a much bigger,
Oh.
often overlooked factor at play?
Ooh. Okay, now you've got me. I love this stuff. Give you the good stuff.
We are talking about global liquidity.
Global liquidity.
Yes,
Yeah.
the flow of money through the global economy.
I've heard that term.
It's like the lifeblood of the financial system.
It sounds a little scary, though, like one of those econ things that is way too complicated.
I promise it's not that bad.
Okay.
And it has a fascinating relationship with Bitcoin.
So how does global liquidity and Bitcoin, how are they connected?
What's really interesting is that there's a 70-day lag between movements in global liquidity.
Okay, 70 days.
Yep, and Bitcoin's price.
So, like, if global liquidity goes up today, we don't see Bitcoin move for 70 days.
That's exactly right.
That's kind of wild.
It's like a secret code, a whisper from the future.
That's a cool way to put it.
So think about it like tossing a pebble into a pond.
Okay.
The ripples spread out gradually, right?
Yeah.
Global liquidity is kind of like that. It takes time for those waves of money to flow through the system and reach, riskier assets like crypto
Okay. I can see that.
eventually.
So what drives global liquidity?
Yeah, so the Fed does play a role, but it's not the whole story.
I knew you were going to say that.
The real driver right now is the dollar's strength against other currencies.
Okay, so how does that work?
You see, when the dollar weakens, it actually boosts global liquidity.
That seems counterintuitive.
It's kind of counterintuitive,
I know.
but it's all about relative value.
So a strong dollar isn't always a good thing.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. It depends what you're looking at.
I thought a strong dollar meant a strong economy, and a strong economy was good for crypto.
It can be, but a weaker dollar can be good for global liquidity, which can be good for crypto.
So a weaker dollar is good for Bitcoin.
That's what we are seeing right now.
I'm starting to get it, but help me understand, why is a weaker dollar good for global liquidity?
It's kind of like a seesaw,
Okay.
When the dollar goes up, global liquidity tends to go down,
Right.
and vice versa. So when the dollar weakens, it makes things priced in dollars cheaper for people using other currencies.
Uh-huh.
That includes Bitcoin,
Makes sense.
so that increased demand can drive the price up.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so a weaker dollar can help boost Bitcoin. But if that's the case, why isn't Bitcoin, like, going crazy right now?
Right. That's a good question.
Shouldn't it already be happening if a weaker dollar is good for it?
Well, remember that 70-day lag we talked about?
Oh, yeah.
That's really important here. The dollar has been weakening for a little while now,
Okay.
but the impact of that shift, it takes time to show up in the crypto market.
So you're saying there's this delayed reaction, like Bitcoin is waiting for permission or something?
Kinda, yeah, you can think about it like that.
So are people taking advantage of this? Like, is anybody using this knowledge to their advantage?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I knew it.
The smart money, the big institutional investors,
They are always one step ahead.
they know about the 70-day lag, and they're using it.
Oh, man.
So while the little guys are panicking and selling,
Right, Bitcoin is dead.
exactly, they are quietly dying up Bitcoin.
Wow, I got to get on their team.
Well, it's not as easy as that, but it's all about understanding the fundamental.
I like the big picture.
Exactly. And they know that global liquidity is a really strong indicator.
So how do I track global liquidity?
Yeah, there are a couple of key indicators to watch.
Okay, give them to me. I need to know this.
One is the dollar index. It's often called DXY.
DXY, got it.
And it basically measures the dollar's strength against a bunch of other major currencies.
Makes sense.
So when the DXY goes down, it usually means the dollar is weakening and global liquidity is going up.
Okay, so keep an eye on the DXY, got it lower. DXY means happy Bitcoin.
Yeah, you could say that.
So are there any other signs, any like red flags or green lights that could tell me what's about to happen?
Yeah, there are actually a ton of signals hidden within the Bitcoin blockchain itself.
Oh.
It's a whole other world of data that can give us incredible insights.
Ooh, okay, that sounds cool. What are they called?
They are called on-chain metrics.
On-chain
Yeah,
metrics.
it's all about analyzing sophisticated data points.
So like tracking Bitcoin transactions.
Well, it's more than just transactions. We can actually see the behavior of Bitcoin holders.
Wow. So is that how we know what the big players are doing?
Exactly. We can track the whales.
Whales?
Yeah, the people and institutions who hold tons of Bitcoin.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Their buying and selling can really move the market.
That makes sense.
And on-chain metrics let us track what they are doing.
Wow. So what kind of on-chain metrics should I be looking at?
Well, there are a lot, but two really important ones are NUPL and SOPR.
NUPL and SOPR.
Yeah.
I'm going to need some help with those.
Don't worry, they are not as complicated as they sound.
Okay, good.
But basically, they can give us a sense of whether Bitcoin holders are making money or losing money, and whether they are more likely to hold or sell their Bitcoin.
Okay, I'm ready. Tell me about them.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about this SOPR thing.
Yeah, so SOPR stands for Spent Output Profit Ratio.
Spend output profit ratio.
No, it sounds complicated.
A little bit.
But it basically just tells us if people are selling their Bitcoin for a profit or at a loss.
Okay, so if SOPR is high, it means people are selling for a profit.
Yeah, exactly.
And if it's low, they're selling at a loss.
Yep, you got it.
So is a high SOPR a good thing?
It can be. Yeah, it usually means that the market is doing well and people are making money.
But what about when SOPR starts to go down? What does that mean?
Well, when SOPR drops below 1, it means that on average, people are selling their Bitcoin for less than they bought it for.
Oh, so that's not good.
Yeah, it can be a sign that the market is heading down.
So if I see SOPR dipping below 1, I should be worried.
It's definitely something to pay attention to, but, no single metric tells the whole story.
Right, of course.
It's all about looking at the big picture and considering everything together.
Okay, that makes sense. So we've got global liquidity, we've got the dollar index, and we got these on-chain metrics like NUPL and SOPR. It feels like we have a whole new set of tools to use now.
That's the idea. Knowledge is power.
I love that.
The more you understand about how these markets work, the better decisions you can make.
Absolutely.
Don't just follow the hype.
Right, don't just buy because everyone else is buying.
Exactly. Do your own research, learn as much as you can, and then you can come up with your own plan.
I like that a lot. Well, this has been another awesome deep dive.
I agree.
I feel like I learned a lot today, and hopefully you did too.
Me too.
If you're enjoying these deep dives, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes.
Yeah, and don't forget to like and comment too. We love hearing from you.
Absolutely. All right, that is all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us on this adventure into the world of crypto. And remember, the most important thing is to keep learning, keep exploring, and most importantly, have fun out there.
Couldn't have said it better myself.